already hyped because I can see who we have in the cover story. Aokiji and Van Augur. And it's weird because we know that Van Augur was with Blackbeard. Wait, Van Augur is with Blackbeard. Oh, he has the warp fruit. Did he warp from Whole Cake Island all the way to where Law is now? Does he have that kind of distance? Did he... That would mean he just did this. If he's all the way here now, he has to have warped all that way, which means he has crazy range. Oh, I need to know more about that, because I wonder if it's like he can warp to a certain person or place that he knows of. Does he have to leave like some kind of indicator where he wants to warp? What does he have to do for that? I need to know more about that. Successful but Revenge from 22. Who's on an augur of the Blackbeard Pirates? So, Aokiji officially has a name within the Blackbeard Pirates. And it's like no surprise, like we knew he was working with Blackbeard. But like, it was never quite official. I wonder if they count him as one of the Titanic captains. Because if so, he would be the strongest, easily. He should be the strongest on this crew behind Blackbeard himself. And honestly, I think he might give Blackbeard a good run for his money. But let's get into the chapter. Zehahaha. Crack crack. There's no escape, so don't bother running. Hakugan. Take care of the Polar Tang. Hakugan. Oh, the guy with the mask. I think we've been given that name before, but I can't say I ever noticed until now. Unless it was like an SBS or somewhere else. Sachi, Penguin. Hitting the scene, provide cover. We're on it. You bilge-sucking rat. Oh, I jumped a little bit. Amputate. And then he cut Stronger in half. No one told me his power could do that. Is he using an awakening technique? That's just his normal ability. Isn't it? Is he saying our room, or is he just saying room, but with an extension? Huh. Because him cutting something in half is not new. That's just what Law does. If that's the case, did Blackbeard not know the basics of Law's ability? Quake crash. Is he doing a quake inside the room? Am I? Did Law throw? It looks almost like Law through the room towards Blackbeard, had it expand around him, and he's manipulating things in the room without actually being in there. That's what it kind of feels like. Yeah, ha ha ha. And then Stronger is just chopped in half. There's the power of a quake in it. The shockwaves are too intense. Okay, so they're all in pain from the shock. Blackbeard is just crashing to the ground. I wonder how that's gonna work. Don't die me now, Stronger. You've always been such a good boy. Eat this. Let them apple bombs. Your apple bombs take cover. Underwater. Oh, a fishman? I'll have to go back and look at, I think either in the Road to Laughtail or in one of the river cards or data books, we have some information on Lost Crew. I feel like some of this stuff is more common knowledge, even though I feel like I'm just seeing it for the first time. Water cannon. Boom, explodes. Huh? Wow. It's a big mistake to underestimate us when we grew up in the harsh cold waters of the North Blue. Alright, is that... Hold on. Is that Penguin? I think that is Penguin. Huh, because he, yeah, same hat, same glasses, same hair. That is Penguin, okay. So is Penguin a fishman? Or does he just have that ability? You ain't got a chance against us in a sea battle. All we gotta do is sink your ship. Dunbar, sniper at 3 o'clock. Check the captain. Yeah. Is John Bark taking shots? Oh, so he is doing like it. He's some bodyguard. Shock Willie. Oh, he's going to Shock Willie already. Yo. Blackbeard hurting already. And I hate when Blackbeard fights sometimes. Mans is always getting messed up. And like he'll pull through and do something stupid, Kurozu, but he always gets him up like from the beginning. Off. This is what happens when you charge in half-cocked. Warp. Shall we return to the ship, Commodore? Okay, so he warped Blackbeard. Oh, don't be an idiot. Finish what we started. That's not true. You just showed up to Amazon Lily and didn't finish. You left without Hancock. Blackbeard's here. Do all your officers have delivery powers? Yeah. Must be a pretty rough deal, hauling on so many anchors. They call them dovers for a reason. That weakness is well worth the trade-off. Gwa! They're attacking from below. Sink us. Who knew they were so strong underwater? Who knew they were so strong underwater? It's crazy because we've been spending a whole lot of time clowning Lost Crew. And admittedly, they're not doing anything impressive right now. Like, they're warding off attacks. That's not crazy. But, I mean, at least they're doing something. They have some kind of... We might be taking a bump now, but there'll be history soon. Commodore's the strongest around. Is that pudding in there? Mama's gonna make you eat those words if she's still alive. New eras only happen when the old legends are torn down. Haha, you realize we're fighting her killer now, right? Also, they're fighting longer than me. So, let me bring that all together. Well, that all happened. Everything that happened in Whole Cake just happened. And then they met up. Either they warped or they met up here. But that should mean Aokiji's here. If Venoch is here and Pudding's here, that should mean Aokiji is here somewhere. He might be either with Sword or he might be going to Vegapunk, but he's here to do something. He's going to be in this arc. He has to be. Everything is pointing towards him being here in this arc right now. Ooh. Room clashing with the Quakefoot. Kurozu. Yep, there goes Kurozu. Deepest move in the series. Blackbeard and Trafalgar Law made contact on Winter Island in the New World. Winter Island. We were forced to wait again. Being the Admiral is so frustrating. Forced to wait again. Really, waiting. Meanwhile, in Egghead, Island of the Future. How the pacifist stopped as soon as we changed. That's good, but did you have to make me this old, Bonnie? Luffy, age 70. And I get how you feel, but it only looks like your dad. If we can't take any of them out, we'll be in trouble. Have a heart, Luffy. Sorry, Bonnie. Pacifist is just bringing up some bad memories for us. Hey, Kid Jinbei. Kuma may no longer be human, but that doesn't make it any easier for his daughter to come face to face with his doppelganger. A glimpse at a possible future. I wonder if that's the same thing as in the SBS. I'm guessing that's Luffy's bad version in the SBS, but I'd have to go back and look. Hey, can you turn me back? Nothing personal about him, but what I know about Kuma doesn't paint a pretty picture. Hey, I like that. I need to do something with that. Because that's clean right there. He was the tyrannical king of Sorbet before he was deposed by people and forced to become a tyrant. Bonnie, what'd you think about? When he was eventually caught by the Navy, his ties to revolutionaries came to light, and they gave him a life sentence. Vegapunk took an interest in him due to his physical prowess, so he was offered the opportunity to roam the seas again as warlord, on the condition that he become a specimen for body modification and cloning. Does that cover it? I get why he used to be a warlord dog and helped them clone soldiers, but why would anyone knowingly agree to become a mindless cyborg? Anyone can see it's just as bad as a death sentence. True enough. Still, I wonder which one of Tyrant Kuma's crimes earned him his life sentence. Daddy wasn't no stinking tyrant, and he hated the government. He'd never submit to them. They must have forced him to accept the procedure somehow. It's Bonnie. It's Bonnie and her fruit. And because I've always thought that, even though I love Tyrant Kuma, I've always thought that was somewhat of a mislead in the fact that the world government really wanted to paint him in that light. And based on what Bonnie's saying this, and it only seems like it's word of mouth, because since Jinbei doesn't know what crimes he would have committed, he's just been told that he committed a terrible crime. A beam saber? That's awesome. He must be in the scrapyard for Vegapunk's junk. This still works though. He may call himself a scientist, but to me he's just a murderer. Oh, we got Bonnie back in form. Okay. Dad always used to say he was part of a very special race. But so what? Him being different doesn't justify forcing him to be a lab. And it sure doesn't justify killing him. You said a special race. So, immediately I think Lunarian, but he doesn't have the features that would make him Lunarian. And when I think back to what Big Mom said, she said there were 3 races that were lost to time. Or at least lost to her country, and one of them being Lunarian. I'm wondering if Kuma is one of those other 2, or if he's just a race they were already familiar with. $1,000 Whoa, we're flying. The robot's soaring through the air. Naturally, this is the Vega Force 1 after all. Its anti-grav unit and jet thrusters allows it to easily sustain this propulsion. Anti-grav. On aircon is also needed to ensure suitable climate. One day this will be possible anywhere. Can Frankie use anti-grav to basically copy like Skywalk and stuff? And he put it in Sunny so that when they use the put it first, they can stay airborne, or at least not land and destroy the ship like they keep doing. Oh, so many possibilities. There are giant monsters down there. It's like some kind of futuristic city. Precisely, the world of tomorrow was built here. Punk Records. This is Egghead Island of the future. The research stratum is above the clouds, and the fabrication stratum is just below our manufacturers. And research students reside there. I hear Captain is done causing a hubbub. As long as he's alright. Maybe they won't be separated that long. Aren't you two coming, Zoro Brook? Not all monsters should ditto. That woman can't be trusted. Okay, so these two are staying back. There's gonna be a plot point in there. Whoa, it's just like the clouds from Sky Island. This really takes me back. It's my first time. What the heck is this? Oh yeah, Frankie's been on Sky Island. As you surmised, seeing as we can control the island's atmosphere and all, we naturally make use of pyroballoon, for coagulating and alter the density of water vapor. It's recreating the island and sea clouds you usually find in Sky Island. I hadn't gotten that far. This is the entrance to the main land. Wow, it's so flashy. You make sure to change into some appropriate attire before entering. You can get a costume from transformation from there. When you try on a pair of down shoes, don't forget to use the lever. It can adjust to fit no matter your foot size. Heavy. Alright, so we're about to get new drip. Hey, everyone's got the new drip. It almost looks like Nami has braces, which is weird. Nami and Robin looking fresh. This is awesome. These futuristic dolls are the best. It's so light and cute. These just scream aloha, don't they? Problem with being a genius is that you can see your own future coming. What are you talking about, Vegapunk? I think I'll be dead soon. Don't kid about something like that. I just wanted you to know about this dragon. How are these two connected? And around breaknecks, of course. Okay, so a lot in this chapter. From the Blackbeard fight, in which Law is doing surprisingly well. Law and his crew. The fact that we cut at Kurozu means that this fight probably ends. And I don't think Law wins. But Law's out here putting up a fight. And then we have more lore on Kuma. Basically, he cut some kind of deal with the world government. And he cut that deal. Now they say, Jinbei says he cut that deal after revolutionary stuff came to light. What I'm guessing is that they figured that out first, painted Kuma as a bad guy, ran him out of his country, and then gave him a chance to do something and save it. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be specifically related to Bonnie's devil fruit. That'd be one of those two things. Like I said, I don't think Kuma is necessarily the tyrant you'll much be, especially since he has communication with Dragon right now. There has to be more than just Vegapunk was interested in Kuma's body. Like, there's a lot more. If he's telling this to Dragon right now, that means that there's a deeper connection. Kuma's a part of that connection, and that they have some kind of ploy going on. And this could very well mean that Kuma could return. Like, I think if there's enough deep connections here, it's more than likely that this is all more of a front, and now that Vegapunk has the idea that he wants to die, he could set some things in motion to basically say, screw the world government, because he's revolutionary. But yes, this is a really good chapter. Man. The shifting between the fights in Egghead is really smooth. Like, I think it's about half and half, probably somewhere close to that. And the cover story, like, man, things are really picking up. I thoroughly enjoyed this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.